When were you the center of a school-wide emergency? I was sitting in class when 20 angry parents flooded into our classroom, and Mrs. Patterson pointed directly at me and screamed, "That's him, the one who sent the threat." "What's going on?" I asked, completely confused. "You sent us death threats," she yelled, shoving her phone in my face. On the screen was an email from my school address with a photo attachment showing a pool of blood on white bathroom tiles. Just blood, nothing else, with my automatic signature at the bottom. "I didn't send this," I said, pulling out my own phone to check my sent folder. Nothing there. More parents pushed into the classroom, all holding up their phones showing the same email. Some were crying, others were screaming about calling the police immediately. "Everyone calm down," Mr. Harrison tried to say, but nobody was listening. Principal Harden arrived with 2 security guards and pulled me into the hallway, while parents shouted threats and accusations behind us. My classmates were all staring at me like I was some kind of monster. "Aiden, we need to talk about this email," Harden said, leading me to his office. "I don't know what email. I didn't send anything to anyone's parents. It came from your school account at 9:52 a.m. You were in class, but your phone was with you. Someone must have hacked my account. Check the IP address or something." The police arrived within 10 minutes. Detective Lane and his partner took me to a separate room for questioning, while Harden dealt with the angry parents still arriving at the school. "Are you threatening these families?" Lane asked, showing me the email on his phone. "No, I don't even know most of these parents. Why would I send them a picture of blood?" "You tell me." "I'm telling you I didn't send it." "Then explain how." Suddenly everyone's phones buzzed simultaneously. The detectives too, even mine. Another email from my account. This time a photo of a woman's smile with black mascara running down her face in thick streams like she'd been crying hard. Just the lower half of her face visible, lips slightly parted showing white teeth. "I didn't send that either. I'm literally sitting right here in custody." The detective checked the timestamp. "Sent 30 seconds ago from your account while you're being interrogated." "Exactly. How is that possible unless someone else is sending them?" I stared at the photo on his phone. Something felt familiar about that smile even though I couldn't see the whole face. "Wait," I said, a thought hitting me. "Mrs. Brennan has been out on maternity leave for 2 months. What if she's in danger?" "Don't try to deflect. No, seriously, look. What if someone has her and is using my email to send evidence? Like a cry for help. That's the most ridiculous thing There was a knock and Mr. Peterson entered looking pale. "Detective, I know who that is in the photo." He pointed at the screen, zooming in on the barely visible tooth gem on the front tooth. "That's definitely Sarah Brennan. She got that gem last year for her birthday. Showed it off to everyone." The detective's expression changed completely. He immediately made a call. "We need units at Sarah Brennan's house immediately. Possible kidnapping or worse." They kept me in the interrogation room, but I could hear the radio chatter getting more frantic. 20 minutes later, Detective Lane came back looking genuinely shaken. "We found blood at the house. Lots of it. No sign of Mrs. Brennan or her baby." "Oh God, is she okay?" "We don't know yet, but we found something else. Something disturbing." He showed me a photo from the scene. A baby crib with a grown man curled up inside it, sleeping in a fetal position, wearing nothing but a diaper. What the hell? When officers woke him up, he fought them. Kept crying about wanting his mommy and his bottle. "Who is he?" "Caden Brennan, Mrs. Brennan's stepson from her husband's first marriage, 23 years old." I remembered Caden. He'd graduated a few years ago and sometimes visited Mrs. Brennan's class, always seeming weirdly possessive of her attention. He was jealous of the new baby. The detective continued. "Neighbors heard fighting last week about inheritance and how the baby was replacing him." "Where's Mrs. Brennan and the baby?" Lane's face darkened. "We found them, along with her husband, in the basement freezer." My stomach dropped. "He killed them?" "2 days ago, from what we can tell. Then he's been living in the baby's crib, wearing diapers, drinking from bottles, trying to become the baby himself. That's completely insane." When he snapped back to adult consciousness this morning, he found Mrs. Brennan's grading papers with student emails. "He used your login credentials from a sticky note on her desk to send those photos." "Why me specifically? Your paper was on top of the stack. Random selection." "But why send evidence of his own crime?" The detective showed me Caden's phone. In his notes app was a rambling confession about wanting mommy's love and being the only baby, and then fragmenting into guilty rambling about what he'd done. He wanted to get caught. The guilt was breaking through his regression, but he couldn't turn himself in directly while in his baby mindset. So during a lucid moment, he sent evidence hoping someone would figure it out, using my email to do it. He's been switching between adult guilt and infant regression. During an adult moment, he sent the photos of what he'd done. They released me after confirming I had no connection to Caden and clearing my email history. The school apologized and cleared my record completely. Caden got life without parole. During the trial, he kept asking for his bottle and calling the judge daddy.